Hello. Let me turn down the sound so it doesn't get all up in your ears. And then let me check YouTube. Make sure we're all good, and then we will get going here. For those of you that haven't seen, I made a big post on my Instagram about this game because we are starting Patient Zero today, which is the final chapter of this game. So we're in the deep end, I guess you can say. Again, Again, you guys know that I am not playing the diagnosis or forensics missions. My plan for them, it depends on how, when, if I can get people. My guests that have pretty much have confirmed, but still. But what I'm hoping to do is, instead of being live on Tuesdays, starting like whenever this is done, maybe a couple weeks of a hiatus, I don't know, for editing and stuff, I'd like to put out a video a week, like a diagnosis video or forensics, maybe 2 a week. I just have to check on the timing. Getting some last minute birthday stuff prepped. Because in case you don't know me, I'm a huge birthday nerd. I love birthdays. And tomorrow is my birthday. And I got this shirt that says Quarantine, 28th birthday party. None of you are invited. And I thought it would be appropriate for trauma team. Because, you know, medicine and quarantine. That's the game telling me, you've talked for too long, Courtney. So, yeah. But yeah, I made a big post. So. Now Brittany's being a silly because of course she's being a silly. Alright, actually, you know what? I want to go ahead and read that post real quick. But it's on my Instagram. It's one Jenny fan. Oh my goodness. But yeah, so it's a bunch of photos from this past MagFest. It was a group of us, we cosplayed trauma team characters. So one day I did Maria, he goes by Shadonator, did Hank Freebird, and Maddie's Masquerades did Claire. And then another day I did Naomi Kimishima, right? I said I did Maria, right? Yeah. So I did Naomi Kimishima, Maddie did Alyssa, and Lee, a.k.a. Shadow of Hyrule, cosplayed my little guy. So yeah, I put a bunch of pics on there. And there is some spoiler stuff, I will warn you, but the only thing that you would get spoiled by at this point would be image number 9, which is what happens at the very end of the game. So that's the only thing. Like, if you've watched up until this point, as long as you don't look at the 9th picture, you'll be fine. Like the 9th or 10th, you'll be fine. But yeah, I have here, like, I have some kind of like traditional poses, and I have like the nice tie little guy, and when Hank and Maria are having their little heart to heart, and the part with, you guys know about this because you know about it kind of haphazardly. Like, we hadn't gotten to this part exactly, but you know about it. The bomb, the part with Naomi and the bomb, I have a pic of that. I have a pic of Maria reviving Claire. And yeah. I tried to do like the, what is it, character cap, text cap. Yeah. You know what, I am gonna read it real quick before we start. Just while I'm waiting for people, why not? Okay, yeah, spoilers for Trauma Team, about halfway through the photos. Spoilers start in, I could say potentially photo 5, but they really starting in photo 7. That's when you get the bomb and the Maria reviving Claire and that stuff. Alright. I normally introduce myself to gamers by saying Persona is my favorite series. Well, I kind of lie when I say that, because it's tied not slightly upped by Trauma Center, a lesser-known series by Atlas for the DS and Wii. About a month and a decade ago, on May 18th, 2010, its latest game, Trauma Team, was released in the USA. On June 17th, 2010, 10 years ago tomorrow, it was released in Japan. Nintendo Power was just starting to comment on how the games were becoming stale with the same old surgeries in each one. I actually have like magazines of Nintendo Power when this series was popular, so I need to find the one with the Trauma Team article, because I don't think I brought that one to my new house. Trauma Team changed that by having you play as not 1, not 2, but 6 different doctors, each with their own specialty. This idea gave me 2 of my favorite video game characters of all time. Naomi Kimishima, the cool forensics detective who led me to love Naoto and Kyoko, and Maria Torres, a spunky, hot-headed emergency medical technician, who to me is the most relatable character in the series. Whenever I turn on the game, I tend to replay their missions in particular. I mean, you guys know that I play Maria's a lot. And then Naomi's I like to show other people, really, or I like to like listen to them like in the car and stuff like that. Blah blah blah, promo for this, blah 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 blah. Also, quick shout out to MagFest for being a community where people at least somewhat recognize this game and its characters. All these photos were shot at this year's MagFest with the exception of the last one, which was during MagFest 2019. And for the folks who host and entered my Trauma Center tournament for the past 5 years, you guys rock. So, yeah. I've been wanting to post that for a while. Big thank you to DappleMe, who shot a lot of the pictures in that post, and she edited quite a few of them too. It was really, I would say it was a combined effort by the cosplayers involved, and then also Maddie's Masquerades took some pictures, DappleMe took some pictures, and then DappleMe and I edited them. And then there's a picture at the end of a character that we will find in just a minute here, that Doronius cosplay took. Because he's like, who is this character? And I'm like, it's a walking spoiler. Alrighty, y'all, let's go. Let's go to our cap-timed, cap-timed game. I meant to look up that thing, and I totally forgot. I'm dumb, but I will look it up later. The intro to Patient Zero. It's basically, I think I mentioned this in the last episode, but it's basically Roni, who's a character in Gabe's plot, and she's like, greetings, doctor. The chapter Patient Zero is now available for play, or it's something like that. But I was dumb and forgot to look at it because I get excited about birthdays and birthday stuff. So even though there's really no need, I like to feel special. But yeah, all right. So now, there it is. Ooh. So as you can see, if you remember, the butterflies were a big thing. And look, now the entire background, let me show you the difference. And now the entire background is these red butterflies. What is this? So I'll go ahead and go down here. And then I'll be flipping through difficulties. I'm not sure how far I'll go. I'll have to kind of play it by ear because again, birthday stuff, I didn't check it before starting, so me being a dumb. But yeah. Definitely spent more time on my Instagram posts than planning for this episode. But anyway, let's go. Patient 0, Chapter 1. Or I guess Part 1, Episode 1, I don't know, Mission 1. Not really a mission, this is a cutscene. There's a butterfly. Where is Dappleme? I'm gonna have Dappleme really quick. Planned to do that one for years at this point. Coming out of the train. Oh. And then this person. Okay, so people are like, coronavirus, at least it's not this. At least you're not bleeding out from every orifice. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so remember when I said there's a part of the game where it gets into Atlas territory? Here it is. This final chapter is always like the Atlas portion of any game. Like, you can tell that it's, if you couldn't tell before that it was an Atlas game, you can tell by this portion near the end when, like, they bring up, like, some gods or demons or some kind of, like, mythical, beyond this world kind of thing. Look at those bruises. Don't those look familiar? I forgot how it, like, kind of goes to the grayscale with the bruises. Like, I wouldn't say this game goes into, like, gods or demons, but it definitely gets supernatural here. So, like, this is the game being realistic while still being an Atlas game. Alright, let me see. How did I do on this on Specialist? I haven't tried, so I don't think I'm gonna try. Alright. Maybe I'll try it later. But this cutscene, or this episode, has a cutscene at the end of it that I'm always showing people. Just to show how crazy this game is.
So, you're saying these accidents are...
Alright, so remember, we have that ghost that Maria kept seeing, that we drank every time we saw the ghost.
I never said any of that stuff was her fault.
She's starting to piece some stuff together here.
But
off camera.
She did say something about it.
Well, I guess not quite off camera, because we did hear about the beginning stuff, but... I guess she put in her mind, off camera, the beginning is whatever the fuck all this is.
It's rather hard to believe this all of a sudden.
Ghosts do exist.
Oh, who is that? Is it a forensic babe? Yes, it is.
Are more likely to be seen in times of
yes,
distress.
Naomi. So this will be good because we've like barely seen Naomi at all at this point because we didn't play the forensic missions. So now you guys are going to see. Yeah, I remember you from the bombing. The wonder of Naomi Kimishima.
I'm Naomi.
Yes, Queen. I love her.
And Naomi.
But yeah, so now she's. I mean, she got slightly involved in the last episode, but this is where she really gets like actively involved with the other characters.
In the viewer's mind, that existence is an undeniable truth.
So basically, Naomi is saying, Maria, you fully believe that these things are real, but they're not. I would know. I hear the voices of the dead on my cell phone.
You are the only one
who there we
know
go.
The truth you saw.
And yes, that is a thing.
You should at least
you will see this when we play the forensics missions. Oh boy, nurses!
Dispatch is calling for paramedics to get to Portland. A lady's passed out in the transit center. She's bleeding out.
And that was the lady we just saw. So luckily at this point, there aren't really crossing storylines like they were before. It's just going to be one linear plot from this point forward.
We're from Resurgam First Care. Give me a status report.
I don't know. The train arrived and she collapsed.
No help here then.
And also this shouldn't be... There we go.
I've got an ID. Jennifer Blair, a 32-year-old woman. It seems she boarded this train in Boston for business.
Check her record for chronic diseases. I'm treating her.
Alright. So, it shouldn't be that surprising considering, like, how dramatic this game got all of a sudden. But these, I would say, are, like, the equivalent of final boss missions for each character. I mean, each character has, like, a different number. I want to say Maria has 2. I think Hank only has 1, but I could be wrong. Tomoe has, like, 2 or 3 for some reason. Gabe has 1. Naomi has 2. I think CR has a couple. But you'll start to hear new music themes come in. And it's that character's, like, Rosalia theme. It's, like, their final boss theme, so you'll see. Here we go. Second to last first response mission. Ah! Remember the bruises? They're here.
Hell?
Yeah, you did.
I've never seen anything like this.
Maria, we've got word from the
Why?
dispatch center. The paramedics will be late.
What? We need more people right now. Have them
I think
send
this
a
is why. I
helicopter
remember
or
this one being
something.
kind of hard.
There's been a tunnel accident somewhere else. We'll have to keep people stable until
Her
they
other
arrive.
one is hard because you have to, like, memorize things, and you'll see what I mean when we get to it.
Anyway, let's examine the patients. We have to at least give them first aid.
All we can do is keep the vitals stable, though.
I can't tell if this is the Rosalia theme or for her or not. I think it is. But I'll need to keep listening to it, possibly look it up. All we can do is injector.
She's doing a little better at the moment. Are the paramedics here yet?
Excuse me! Another person's
And here we
over
go.
there!
I can't leave this area. Bring him over here.
Alright!
Yeah, you gotta keep all the patients side by side so you can see them.
What? This one has bruises too.
No.
Is it the same condition?
All you can do is jack up the vitals.
He's not doing so bad now. Just stay like the good. Hey, are you awake? If you can hear me, say something.
Oh god, yeah. This is the obnoxious one, from what I remember.
Maria, this isn't good. Something's
Really,
not
Hank?
right.
Yeah.
I know that. All we can do is treat what we can right now. Line the patients up.
And, oof. Or no, this isn't the one. There's one that, like, you'll see when it happens. And you're like, why the fuck?
He's stabilized. I'm examining the next
Yeah,
patient.
this one.
What the hell happened to her?
She suddenly ran amok and
And I can see people doing shit like this right now, honestly.
I don't know what triggered it, but she's in critical condition.
This hemorrhaging's bad. I'm gonna start with the hemostasis first.
Because the thing is with her, I don't think it's the virus. Because there's no bruise, from what I remember.
Glass has been removed. I'll begin cutting her clothes and covering the wounds. She has a lot of injuries, so I'll have to begin treating her immediately.
Yeah, no bruise. Yeah, I think I remember this mission just being too hard on specials for some reason. Even though I have S'd it before on this difficulty. Don't know if I can do it on command. I feel like I'm going a little
Finish
too
treating the
slow.
chest. Moving on to her
Do
arm.
that. Or to be able to do that, I guess.
This looks bad too. I gotta get her
You
clothing out
gotta
of
do
the way
a lot of
first.
different reasons. Yeah, and those first three, you can't even really do anything with them. You just have to keep them
I
stabilized.
have to apply tourniquets. Hemostasis complete. I'll begin treating the wounds now.
I feel like I've practiced this mission quite a bit. Hospital,
All right,
too.
I'm done. Moving on to the left arm.
Just a little more. It'll be over soon, so just hang in there.
Damn it, you too? Damn, I need a tourniquet. Don't look good. Right, bleeding stopped.
much on being precise.
Treatment complete. Now securing an
Blood
IV.
transfusion, and then we will be done with her. And then we can jack that first patient's vitals up.
Okay, gotta hurry and start the transfusion.
And the second patient's vitals up, apparently.
Damn it. We'll just have to. Vitals keep dropping. What's going on inside?
Don't worry too much because we really just gotta get it.
This running back and forth's gonna kill me. Just you wait. You will live. I'm making sure you walk out of this alive. He's coughing up blood. There's some hemorrhaging from his arm too.
He has fractures in his left arm and right leg as well. What in the world happened?
Nothing would surprise me at this point. Let's just start treating him. Damn it.
I know, but they're better than they were, Maria.
The laceration itself isn't that deep. Starting immediate hemostasis. I've treated the lacerations. Are the other people all right? It's bent pretty badly. I have to relocate it. Careful. All right, doing great. Have to secure it right away. Good. Get me the bandages.
Come on, Luna. That goes up for some reason.
One more spot to
Vitals don't
secure.
look good. Left arm's been treated. Moving on.
Oh, is this the one that you have to do a whole bunch of crap? I think both of them, really.
Leg's broken badly
You
too.
just have to keep those others
Repositioned his tibia. Now
stabilized.
secure it with a splint.
Reasons! The paramedic team is a bunch of jackasses, I guess. I don't know. See, I can miss it, sadly.
And that's it. Any word from the paramedics?
Now then.
Maria, we just got word that they've arrived. We can start transporting patients.
What's about damn
Yeah, I get you, Maria. See? Like, I get her! Yeah.
We'll get these people out of here
It
right
took you
now.
so damn long. I gotcha.
It's over.
Do anything about because you don't have, like, you don't have a vaccine for it. Oh, bottles of multiple 10. How the hell am I going to be able to get that? Oh, God. That would require a lot of just knowing what the hell you're doing. 9698. Okay. I might be able to try it again, as long as I remember to keep the vitals above 10.
What in the world's going on?
I think A is around what I normally get for this mission, though.
I don't know. I still have a bad feeling about this.
Alright. Now here is the cutscene that I'm always showing people, and I have like a
I'll leave the
video
rest to you.
of one of my friends from Gaming in Public reacting to
Is that the
this.
last one?
Yeah.
Hey, you. We're not sure. if we're
Because
from the
you're just like,
before.
how the hell? And I watch this one with Tori a lot as well.
Hey, what's wrong?
So Tori, this person dying's for you. That sounds horrible. But yeah, like there's this weird, like wavy stuff in the background and he's bleeding and his head fucking explodes. What the hell? His head exploded! That literally doesn't happen at any other point in the game. His head just explodes. And then my friend that was watching it was just like, it just faded from view.
Speak up. Anyway, I don't know what's going on, but this isn't normal.
So baffling.
Call up the CDC. Have them declare a state
Oh,
of
there we
emergency.
go.
We already did. It's also in Peaks and Shabig. We can't explain it. Listen up.
That's how we're in a
Once
state
your
of
backup has arrived,
emergency.
immediately-
Why?
Cut off.
Maria,
Oh,
I
boy.
need a hand.
I like how she
Yeah, I'll be
sometimes
right
has
there.
fangs. I don't know if I've mentioned that before. I might have. Oh yeah, then this shot. Badly rendered graphics, but that's okay. Oh, that's why. Zoom out. A lot of people. Remind anyone of COVID? Lordy, lordy. Alright, next one is problem, which we're gonna skip. This one I am almost 100% certain I'm gonna do with laser cats. Because Yuri Lowenthal, and also it's just a great mission and he deserves it. But yeah, that's a really good one. It's very feelsy, it's also pretty funny too, but it's definitely my favorite diagnosis mission. It's the one that makes you like legitimately feel the things. Alright, with that being said, we will move right along, moving right along. Okay, I think I did all of these on Resident. Just because they get harder. Alright. Remember, CR's still in his cell.
CRS-01, get
What
out.
be
Need a transfer.
happening?
Transfer.
At least he doesn't have that thing
What?
on his head anymore.
An epidemic's broken out. All
There we
Portland
go.
is being isolated.
That kind of thing has been happening
Just
here.
in case, we're moving everyone from the
And look,
facility
the
as well.
person on the left has that bruise.
Portland's.
Here, read these.
There we go.
I hear it's a pretty dangerous disease.
Flashback! You're losing that amnesia.
Huh. 0009 Rose.
Who is this? Character becomes important, mainly in Naomi's mission later.
That's a good boy. This time it should.
Doing animal testing here. And as you can see, he gets the bruises and is bleeding. We find out in the last mission that it's a viral hemorrhagic fever. So basically Ebola, which I think I've mentioned. But it's a different kind of Ebola. Kind of like how the coronavirus going on right now, it's a different kind of coronavirus.
Hey, tell me more about this disease.
Oh, I forgot that I forgot that the guy that was coming to release him had stuff. Yeah, there we go.
Call an ambulance. This
Yeah,
place is
too
infected
late.
too.
Oh boy.
Don't move.
He's just here to help.
What are you doing? If you don't get an
Okay,
ambulance,
that shot looks kind of weird without like
Don't move. What,
any
what did you do to him?
attention
no, calm down.
to his
I haven't
clothes.
done
It just
anything.
looks like he's wearing a bodysuit.
Listen to me. It's the same disease infecting Portland. Do you understand? Cancel the transfer, or it will only spread.
Shut up! Just shut up and put your hands on the
Wondering
wall.
what this is reminding me of.
Damn it.
Is it just me? Oh shoot!
No! We've got an escapee! SO1's escaping!
I clearly do. Slowly backing away. Going into the hospital, looks like, yep. Hey dude, haven't you heard of self-isolation? Guess he doesn't need to here.
You three, head to the ward. I'll watch over the entrance.
Granted, I don't know how many people during this COVID-19 pandemic that are like on the front lines actually had to work while sick. I feel like there had to be at least
Hang on. I'm gonna get you help.
some, you know? Especially since it's asymptomatic. Words. Y'all, I'm expecting like so much of like a trauma center resurgence in terms of cosplay after all this. Don't let me down, y'all. Can anybody else hear that lawnmower?
Out of the way. FBI
Very
coming
loud
through.
here, and I'm wondering if it's coming into the night.
Release the hostage and leave. Don't make me shoot you.
You have to know by
Like,
now
this
that
kind of
the
stuff
quarantine's
happens. That's the sad thing.
failed. Get out of the way. I want to treat this patient.
Like, I just saw a video, and I think it
You're a
was
fugitive.
a video that I
Can't
saw a couple
authorize that
years ago,
operation.
and it came up on my feed again. Like a
And
doctor
shoot.
got arrested
I'm not
for
abandoning this person to die.
following hospital protocol. It's stupid.
This is what you taught me to be.
I mentioned it before. This game does a really good job of being diverse, I feel.
Hey, what are you doing over there? Get the transfusion. Hey, don't come in here without. What are you
What the
doing?
hell?
I'm glad you're here, Maria. I need a bed and equipment.
Right. What's his condition?
He's exhibiting asterixis. It's most
I'm
likely
gonna
his
look that
liver.
up real quick while waiting for this frickin' lawnmower to die down. Come on, yo. Asterixis. I'm assuming it's something with the liver. Asterixis is a tremor of the hand when the wrist is extended, sometimes said to resemble a bird flapping its wings. This motor disorder is characterized by an inability to maintain a position, which is demonstrated by jerking movements of the outstretched hands when bent up at the wrist. Initially described as liver flap. That's interesting that it has to do with the liver, though. I'm sure there's a reason for that.
The treatment room's full. You'll have to treat him on the bed.
Kind of almost seems like a seizure, but I'm sure that's not
I
it.
can do it. Maria, I'll need you to support me.
Alright, let's see if I remember this mission at all. Alright, sounds like it's...
Hey, explain yourself. What the hell is going on?
I know about this disease.
You do? The disease that's the cause of the quarantine?
There's no time.
I'm
to talk.
remembering things! Plot points!
Disinfectant. Scalpel. All right, opening the operation field.
I'd
This is
explain
it.
more, but I believe they explain it to us pretty soon. Oh, that's
What
right,
the
this
hell?
thing.
Hey, tell me what this is.
I don't know. I don't
Of
remember
course.
everything yet.
What? You just
I
said
get
you
you, Maria, on a
remembered.
spiritual level.
Not everything. I do remember some specific facts. There's a certain procedure required to remove the focus, cut off its nutrients, and
Yeah,
inject
I
it
know
with
you
sodium
do.
hypochlorite.
Yeah, inject the thing.
Sodium hypochlorite? We can't inject that.
I'm gonna look at what that. I'm assuming that's something that stops the heart or stops the liver or something. So it's on the liver. Sodium hyperchlorite. Main ingredient in laundry bleach. So yeah, he's basically saying let's put bleach in him, which I can see why that would not be a good idea. What is the thing that I'm thinking of? Is it potassium chloride? Yeah, it must be potassium chloride. Yeah, I believe it's potassium chloride, which is used in lethal injection to stop the heart. And I won't state too much here, but there is a point where we need to stop someone's heart, and I don't remember if they actually say anything about potassium chloride. I don't think so. I think you use like some kind of machine or something.
Yes,
Yeah.
poisonous. It must be directly
Gotta
injected
inject
into
some
the-
bleach.
Damn.
And I mean, I guess that's kind of a spoiler, but not really, because you always operate on someone's heart at the end of the game. Don't always stop it though.
First, we need to drain the mucus. Ready to drain.
To cut off its nutrients, we need a vasoconstrictor. I've got it here. It's the medicine in the blue vial. The sodium hypochloride's the deactivator, right? I've got it here in the orange vial. Be careful with it.
So you gotta do
All right, now we
blue,
just have to excise it. Here's a scalpel.
and then it will turn blue, and then orange, and then it will turn green.
The focus has been excised. Now placing it on the tray.
Right. That's one focus extracted.
I need the vasoconstrictor now. I need the vasoconstrictor now. Are you ready? Injecting the drug. Get ready. Injecting the drug. Get ready.
The way this game normally works is you inject the opposite color that is shown.
Get the scalpel ready.
I don't know what the other games are like. I feel like it's definitely used more often here.
That's the second.
The main exception is Tatardi, which is in second
There's
edition.
something there.
It's the type of guilt.
Something's moving inside
Oh,
the
what
blood
are
vessel.
those?
What now?
Stay calm. We'll open up the vessel and extract it. We'll have to find it first. Get the
Location confirmed.
I need the drain to remove this foreign object.
All right, we've removed that, whatever it is. What the hell is this? Is it a tumor?
No. This tissue isn't
Oh,
human. Anyway, we must. I need to make
The drain is ready. Drain it along with the blood fluid.
I'm trying to remember what that. What we have a lot on it. What the fuck?
So there were more of them.
No problem. We know what to do to extract them all.
I don't remember what's more important here.
I need the vasoconstrictor now. I need the vasoconstrictor now. Are you ready? Injecting the drug. Injecting the drug. Get ready. Now to excise the focus. Get the scalpel ready. Now to excise the focus. Get the scalpel ready.
Okay, now we're extracting.
I see, I see.
Now we're extracting.
I
I'm ready.
see, I see. I see things. Oh, fuck. Rosalia virus! Yay!
No, it's a...
And here we go again. He's remembering things, maybe. And he's just fucked up.
Hey, what's wrong?
Nothing's wrong. I'm just unable to operate right now. Nope, no, no, no. I need to leave.
Be careful, vitals dropping. Hey, be careful. That's supposed to go into the focus. It's moving. Bruce, it's moving like it's alive.
Foreign objects are moving backwards.
Be careful, vitals dropping.
Oh, damn it.
The vitals suddenly plummeted. Something's going on.
That thing probably reached a thing, would be my guess.
Blues disappeared?
One of these things probably reached, like, the one side or the other. Those kind of things are normally what make vitals plummet, or it makes, like, your max vitals drop normally. Stuff like that does.
Patient seems to be recovering. Let's clear out the remaining objects and end this.
So it's one of those. So your main focus is to get rid of the big things.
Closing patient. Ending
But the
operation.
big things make more of the little things spawn.
You don't look too good. Are you sure you're
So you gotta keep track of that so it doesn't make your max vitals drop. Okay.
I have the bandage ready for you. Here, use it.
Operation.
You need to take it somewhere too, dude.
Needs to be taken.
Hey, are you alright?
Yeah.
Hang in there.
Juice dude. Wrong dude. For those of you that have been watching me play Persona 5 Royal, Juice dude. Alright. Collisions. Foreign objects passed. Alright. Not too bad, I think. 8778. Let's see. S! Nice!
Damn it, what's going on?
Yeah, I think at this point they say the same thing every time.
Man, he's got
No matter
nerves
what
of
rank you
steel.
get.
He got
but
all
I
the
could
way
be
through the
wrong.
operation in that state.
Just because plot, 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 plot.
He's reading that book again.
So
Flashback.
horrible.
Look at how he has no expression at all. He can't be my son.
He looked at me. I keep thinking he'll kill us one day.
You monster! Leave us alone!
Alright, I think I have a good stopping point for this app.
Your mommy and daddy are in heaven now. I'm your family now.
So I can either make this one episode,
From now on, you're my
or
precious
I
son.
can cut it into
No.
2 eps.
Come along.
The next step is a orthopedics mission, but it's the long one, so it depends on how long
Congratulations
it
on your
is, probably.
acceptance. We are teacher and student now. I won't go easy on you, son.
So this is the guy that was injecting the stuff into the rats, in case you could not tell. And that's him in Cumberland College. He's waking up and then he sees all that. And then everyone's like, oh, you're the guy that killed all the people. And he's like, I don't know.
Everything is nothingness.
This ends up getting really depressing,
You
actually.
too one day.
So yeah, we find out it is CR's father,
Wait. Professor Sartre.
Professor Sartre. Or Sartre. That did all the stuff at Cumberland. It was his dad. His adopted dad.
Are you alright? Hey,
Albert Sartre.
Sartre. I remember now. I remember everything.
remember?
Hey, what are you guys doing? FBI, we're tracking a fugitive. Let us
And they're trying to get CR, of
through. You're in the way.
course.
Move!
Crap. Hey, over here. Hurry!
I do love the music in this mission.
Then you aren't the one who caused that incident.
Yes. My memory is true.
Yeah.
The culprit is Albert Sartre.
But why?
I don't know. But he was distressed about his research.
Research?
Yes. He was doing research into protecting viruses.
Here we go. So there's always like a character that's trying to
viruses
use
that attack
medicine
other
in these
harmful
games
viruses in the
for normally for something
The
evil.
one he was researching was too aggressive.
But honestly, Albert in this
it would attack
game,
any organism but
he
itself
had good
indiscriminately.
intentions. Or he has good intentions.
Wow. Then if it stopped attacking normal human cells.
Yes. Every disease known
Yeah,
to
see,
mankind
he
could
has
be
good
eliminated.
intentions, but
At least, that's what the professor must have thought.
things
What happened to it then?
did not work out.
I don't know. But he disappeared after that bioattack. And now there's a similar virus threatening America. I can't help but think that these are related.
Great. So I guess the quarantine was the right move.
Quarantine birthday, none of you are invited.
Yes, but it's too late.
I see what you did there.
Outside the reaches of the quarantine.
For those of you that don't get it, Atlas is the name of the company that made this game, and it says hospital because... Do I have
Did
a
they
guy
break the news without
here?
having a
I do.
solution?
The name of this game in Japan
The government
is
won't do
Hospital
anything
6.
Because they know all this.
And it's done in like the exact same text, the exact same font. So, oh, you silly
I have a
game.
lead. We need to find his daughter.
Whose daughter? The professor's?
Yes, Professor Sauce adopted a girl when I was 14.
Remember the ghost?
The virus was cultivated from her blood.
What?
Couldn't have. There's no way it could have to
Guarantee
do with
everything
the
will be explained,
ghost.
But if we can find her, it's possible we can end this.
Then where is she?
I don't know. All I know is her name. Her name is Rosalia. Rosalia.
There we go. So...
Rosalia?
Turns out Maria knows her. Rosalia is the girl that she saved from the building. If you remember her talking about in her plot that she started a fire at her orphanage and then she saved a girl from burning. Like burning up in flames.
Little Rose?
That's the girl. Same girl.
Tell me.
Little Rose. Crybaby Rose.
Maria, what are you doing?
So now she has a
Come
thought.
with me.
Remember when they said a letter came for her? Was it from Rose? And, so now we get a bit more of what Rosalia is and the Rosalia virus. And I've cosplayed Rosalia. If you go into my Instagram post, the last picture is Rosalia. And I got some great shots of me and Dappleme, who is cosplaying Walking Spoiler from Persona 5, Lavenza. So we had pictures of Lavenza and Rosalia together because they're both like walking spoilers and have to do with butterflies. And technically, I think Lavenza, well, Lavenza's supposed to be younger since she's like a Velvet Room attendant. I don't know if she's like a mortal or something, but like she's supposed to like look younger because Rosalia is actually like in her early 20s. But just because all of these characters are older than the characters in Persona, generally, she seems a lot younger. So, there you go. Alright, yeah. So this is the one, yeah, that is, if I remember right, is very long. It takes like at least 10 minutes. So we'll see how we're doing after this one. We'll be in it for a long haul. Dang it, Maria, why you gotta leave us on a cliffhanger like that?
Vitals dropping. The patient's showing vitriasis.
Please prepare a treatment room. Contact the anesthesiologist immediately.
Move, please. Let us through.
We'll have to do this on the bed. I'll support you.
You could do that?
I was once a surgeon. I can't operate. but-
Naomi! Okay, I'll explain this a little bit because it won't be explained until we get to her plot point, which will be after we're done with this. Again, Rosalia
Other patients have
bruises.
this bruising. Maybe infectious.
It doesn't matter. We're already exposed. Let's open her up and start treatment.
But
Get ready.
yeah, she was a surgeon in.
We
She did not look 10 years old. What the hell? Anyway, she was a surgeon in Trauma Center Second Opinion. And then something happens where she gets this disease where she's unable to operate. And it's actually diagnosed by Derek Stiles, who is the doctor that she kind of like co-opted with near the end of Second Opinion. And people like to say it has something to do with guilt, which was like the Rosalia virus of Trauma Center Second Opinion. And I can see that, but at the same time, like, I would need to go back and play it because I feel like there's some loopholes there and some plot holes. But yeah, so yeah, she used to be a surgeon, and then she couldn't operate anymore, so she became a forensic analyst, and she was told, this will be important for later on, she was told that she only had, what was it, like 6 months to live, a year to 6 months. So that's why she's going and examining dead people, because she's like, well, I'm gonna be dead one day. And that's why there was that part where, yeah, I should have mentioned it when we got to the part with Alyssa, when she adopts Alyssa. Because little guy said something about her health. I'm surprised I didn't mention it till now. That's why. So yeah, she is definitely, she is on the verge of sickness.
That's not all. There are fractures in the arms and legs. There must have been a panic at the scene.
It must have been terrifying. It's going to be okay.
The pulse is flatlining. This isn't good.
Starting resuscitation. Get the AED ready.
No pulse yet.
Yeah, I don't think I've done this mission much just because I remember it being really long.
This is a tough one. Seems they lost their patient.
No, we're not gonna lose. Starting the operation.
See how, like, unaffected Naomi is just because she's like, I know I'm gonna die. Yeah, okay, extraction of foci near black bruises caused by unknown outbreak. Also treating fractures from panic. Alright, let's do this. See, the thing about this mission is you get Naomi the entire time. Yes,
Objective is to treat
stay!
the fracture and remove the focus.
Right. We'll treat whatever we find.
Don't need to hold the nunchuck. Put it in my lap. Oh god, yeah, this thing.
Is this?
Yeah,
a
we
bone
deal with a
tumor?
lot of these.
That's bizarre. How could its shape change so radically?
I saw the terrible scene at Portland Station. We've never seen anything like this disease. We don't have a choice. We have to do this ourselves.
Unbelievable. Understood. Let's begin extracting it.
We need to chip out the bone around the tumor
Trying
and
to remember,
extract
is
it.
this a nunchuck
Let's
bit?
begin. Okay, I have to turn the
think
chisel
so.
to match the guideline, then hit it
Speaking
with
of
the mount.
nunchuck.
Easy.
Yeah. So you have to use the nunchuck to align it because you need the Wiimote in order to swing it down. I feel like I'm okay at this. Like, there's definitely
Okay.
things I'm worse
Aim
at
the
in this
chisel
game.
and strike it with the mallet. The tumor has been extracted. Do the same with the other tumors.
But yeah, there's quite a few tumors in this mission from what I
I've
remember.
got to keep doing that.
The chisel's entered the bone.
Let's continue the treatment with the chisel. We're halfway done. There's still a long way to go.
Continue on.
Oh, shoot. Maybe those kind of things can happen. Nice.
All of the tumors have
And
been
we're doing a lot of synthetic bone shaping in this one too.
The shape you need is shown on the bone. Just
Don't remember if they're static or not, but we gotta prep like there is. Alright, here we go, y'all. Yeah, the reason I remember this mission is so long is because I was practicing. There's a doctor medal,
All right, let's proceed.
which I'll
Be
show
careful.
those at some point. There's a doctor medal, and the doctor medal is basically you have to have a certain chain. And that scathing accuracy guide said the best mission to do that on is this one, just because it's so long. making it easier to get that big of a chain. I think it's a chain of 10,000, if I remember right.
It's going well today.
I am not necessarily going to be trying to go for it today. If it happens, awesome. I'm not going to be trying though.
Replacement piece.
Too stressful.
Now to place the synthetic bone where we chipped out the tumor. Steady. Now to place holes through the screws. Prepare the drill.
Make sure the hole runs parallel to the
Of
gun.
course. I will say this would probably be a good mission to have come off. Like co-op is a function in this game. This would be a good one to do co-op, I think, just because it's long. Why did we have the
Drilling
drill
portion
down
has been
there?
completed. I'll set the plate. Could you screw it in place?
Ah, that's right.
I'm aiming for the guideline. Let's be careful now. Rock solid.
I like how Naomi goes, such precision. See? Able to be like, haha, you suck.
Gorgeous.
You
It's
suck.
secured perfectly.
You suck.
So it is. Let's move on to the next treatment.
It's been severely fractured. Could you reshape the bone?
Actually, it's kind of nice that she's helping him, because now that I remember, in Second Opinion, the first mission you do as Naomi is putting together bones. Except you do it with the magical antibiotic gel, which I guess is no longer a thing in this game. Well, it is, but it can't seal bones anymore. Didn't need to do all these screws and drilling in that game. Just put antibiotic gel and that'll fix everything.
Alright, put the plate in position. I'll attach the screws.
Take a deep breath, Doctor. This requires precision.
Ooh. That went way faster than I thought it was going to. Yeah, that one was a lot faster than the other one.
There seem to be more tumors. We must excise all of them.
Here we go, another tumor. Why did they make us go through like tumor, synthetic bone, plate, tumor, synthetic bone, plate, rather than just having us doing all the tumors at once and blah, is beyond me, but I'm sure there must be like a medical reason for it. Person got too many holes in their body at once.
Alright, rock solid. I'm going to keep hitting it.
Felt like I shouldn't have gotten a pull on that one, but I'll take it.
Let's continue with the extraction. We're almost in the home stretch. Continue on. Extraction complete.
We're clearly doing
now
something
to
wrong
shape
with
a piece of
this.
synthetic bone.
Nunchuck here.
Alright, I'll start
Alright,
cutting out the replacement.
nunchuck down. I want to say with Naomi comes better equipment, but I don't want to jinx it.
Alright, let's proceed. Be careful.
Oh, God.
Be careful not to touch the shards.
As soon as I say that, there's the shards in this one for reasons. Why are you sucking all of a sudden, Hank?
Such precision.
As long as you keep moving, you shouldn't have problems with the shards. At least I don't remember having any problems with the shards. Fuck.
Look closely at the guideline. We must work carefully.
That wasn't the shard that hit. That was just me hitting the red line. And also me getting to the edge of the circle, but that doesn't give you a miss. It was
Good.
hitting the red line that gave you the miss. See, and then the music got all mellow again, and now it's sad.
The synthetic bone has been completed. Now, back to the patient.
Okay.
Let's place this synthetic bone where it belongs. Let's secure it with a plate. Drill the holes first. Continue on.
That one. I think this angle that is not too far.
Drilling is complete. I'll place the plate.
Yes, please do so. I'll get the screws ready. Aiming for the guideline. Let's be careful while tightening it. All right, let's proceed. Be careful.
The right arm has been treated. We're working at a good pace.
The left leg is next. We'll save this patient, no matter what.
Alright.
What? This...
At least we didn't need to do 2 plates on that last one.
The patient's condition is more advanced here than in the
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of breakage.
Drain! The hemorrhaging won't stop. I need another transfusion. We can't suture fast enough. Incoming cardiac arrest.
The patient next to us is...
Concentrate on your own operation. There's no time to waste.
That's Naomi.
I know, but I can't stand it. Lives are being lost.
Oh my god, I just can't imagine what people on the front lines have been having to deal with all this kind of stuff. I'd have to check with Tori and what exactly she's been doing.
We're not gods. It's not possible to save every life. That's why we must do our best for the patient right here in front of us.
MRGH.
We have to continue our treatment. We will save this patient, no matter the cost.
Good. Now line up the chisel with the guideline and strike it with the mount.
That was really sad. That's why you gotta be safe out there.
Such
Make sure
precision.
you do your part. It's part of the reason a lot of people were dying earlier was just because there weren't enough resources to go around. I will say in this game they don't have that problem. It's just stuff that I'm not used to working with. Yeah, I'm surprised they don't actually mention that in this game. Because you would think they would run out of resources, but I don't think they ever do. They run out of people to treat everyone.
Doing well today.
Count that as a resource, I guess.
Alright, now to create the replacement. Let's get the shape we need on it.
Take your time. Make sure you follow the guideline.
Let's not fuck this up again. Let's not fuck this.
Gorgeous. Your skills are marvelous. No.
And there it is.
It'll be best to wait until the guideline returns.
Fuck. I have a feeling. So we'll have to deal with shards and that. Wonderful. Luckily, the Wiimote gives a little jolt when the shards happen. This game is good about doing things like that.
Just stay calm.
Being more responsive, you know?
Excellent. That was amazing. Just stay calm.
That's close. on a roll there, yo.
Good. Cautiously continue on.
Whew. It shouldn't be so hard, but they're just anxious.
Let's fit the replacement we created into the area. Get the plate ready. I'm going to make holes with the drill. I need to make sure that I don't drill too big a hole.
I love that he's like constantly reminding himself every time. An angle! What the hell? Yeah, how did I only get a good on that? I hope we'll try. Speaking of vibration, I doubt you can hear it, but the Wiimote actually vibrates when you use the drill. So little things like that. I think we really like the Wii games.
Be careful. Tighten the screws until they reach the guide line.
And when you screw too.
Alright, the plate has been secured.
That one
Let's move on to the next step.
I'll make sure we're prepared for it.
We'll need to retrieve the bone fragments. Get the tray.
Yeah, I need to practice. B and then pressing A when I need to
All the
grab.
bone fragments have been removed. Now to reshape the bone.
Right. Let's return the fibula back to its original position.
What?
I'll begin replacing the bone fragment.
Let's let go of it too early somehow.
Such precision.
Alright, let's start drilling holes to
See, normally in the older games, all you'd have to do here is gel, 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 done. No plates.
Be careful during this procedure. Avoid
Tiny
touching the guide
ones. No.
Take it easy. Just relax.
Alright.
It's really when
Rock
you're
solid.
making
Let's move
synthetic
on
bone
to
that you gotta
I'll prepare the plate immediately.
keep
Get
it
the
going.
screws ready.
Alright, this one should be quicker.
Aim for the guidelines. Be careful.
Yeah.
Nicely done.
Should have let go
Let's
a little
continue.
earlier on both of those, but it works.
Be careful during this procedure. Avoid touching the guidelines.
Weird ass angles. Are the angles weirder in this one, or is it? I think it's just me.
Alright. Rock solid. Let's move on and secure the plate.
I'll prepare the
More
plate. Get the
screws. Knock on wood
Aim for the
here, but
guidelines.
I'm
Be
impressed
careful.
that I've only fucked up once so far. I mean, I've gotten bad, but... So this one's taking a little longer. But yeah, only one miss.
Rock solid.
Nicely done. Let's continue the treatment. Another one. This is interminable.
Interminable? What does that mean? Gonna look that shit up. Yeah, actually looking, I think I might do 2 small episodes. Because if I end, there's this one. Endless. Often used hyperbolically. Of course Naomi would use a word like that. I should not be surprised. I'm assuming that was Naomi. Sounded like her from what I could tell. Yeah, that was definitely Naomi. She would totally say something like that. That's the spirit. Ooh, la la. But yeah, if I do this mission and then I do the endoscopy mission that comes after this and then stop, I will have 1 more mission for each character, with the exception of Tomoe. I'll have 2 back to back. So it looks like everybody does have 2. Except for Gabe that has 1 and Tomoe has 3. So yeah, I think I might do that. And then that'll give me, I can do at least a week hiatus, maybe 2 weeks, and then hopefully get the diagnosis and forensics episode. I moved the nunchuck like ever so slightly at the last minute there. The last second. Sometimes that's all you need for this game.
Let's begin shaping it. Don't.
I will say also, whenever possible, I have heard using a Wii Motion Plus in this game as opposed to just a regular Wiimote. Very effective. I think for this and New Blood.
No way. It'll be best to wait until
I don't know if Second Opinion it makes much of a difference because I doubt it because Second Opinion was a launch game.
Let's be careful to avoid the shards. Continue.
But I know New Blood you could also play without using a nunchuck, but I would advise against that. It's a lot easier to select tools with a nunchuck than the D-pad.
All right, let's proceed.
Yeah, might be something like that.
It'd be best if we waited for it. Such precision.
Precision. Thank you, Naomi, my queen. For those of you that were on my stream yesterday,
let's keep treating the patient.
I don't think I knew you. But granted, it was not my normal stream, because I normally stream Animal Crossing on Fridays. I streamed it Monday, because it was Maple's birthday, and Maple is my sweet bean queen.
Let's secure it with a plate.
I think I'm gonna stream tomorrow too, just because it's my birthday and it'll be birthday events, but it'll probably be pretty quick, kind of like the one yesterday. Just to do all the birthday events and in case anybody wanted to come. Oh,
that's enough. If you go any further, you'll drill too deep.
Again, that split second. Ready to let go.
Drilling complete.
Great. I'll get the screws for you. Continue the treatment.
What grade did I get on this before? Because I feel like I'm not.
For the guideline. Let's be precise here. Good. Cautiously continue on.
I think the endoscopy ones are going to go down a level though. Granted, I think that's pretty much what I've been doing this entire game.
Rock solid. Let's finish up this treatment.
Don't relax yet. We're not completely finished.
The femur's shattered. We'll have to fix it in place
God,
with
the pin.
Yes, let's retrieve the
the pin is bad.
Let's replace the fragments. Make sure they're in place.
Yeah, I don't think this... Yeah, this mission doesn't have
Continue on.
It's Rosalia theme at all in it. It must not show up at all until this last mission. This theme is pretty good, I think. I'd say the best Rosalia theme is probably Gabe's.
Alright, I need to drill a hole to insert.
So, I mean, CR's is good too, but I feel like CR's is kind of on a whole nother level.
Hole needs to be pretty deep.
God, this one fucking sucks. Okay, I might end up pausing in the middle of this one. Okay. No, I can do that without too much of a problem. I don't remember if we've used a pin before or not. I think we've used something similar. I don't remember if it was actually a pin now. Alright, let's do this.
Take it easy. Just relax.
Maybe that's the medium one, you know? That's what she said, I guess? Yeah, I was gonna say, the bad might have been because how many times I stopped. Now that I'm thinking about it. Damn it. Oh boy.
Concentrate.
That is deep. I need to focus on this procedure.
Nice. Finally, I did something right.
This treatment is over.
Good job. Let's close up the operation for you.
Curious what grade I'm gonna get on this.
The stapler is ready. Use it and follow the guideline to close the incision. Such precision.
Did that one kind of quick.
Saved them somehow. You were a great help. Thank you.
No. This success is all yours, Doctor. I
Why,
haven't seen
thank
such
you,
precision.
Naomi, even though I did kind of suck. Operation successful. Oh! Okay, holy shit. Yeah, clear time. Almost 20 minutes. 86 cools though. Holy shit. Wow. I guess time flew on that one because I knew it was a long mission. If you don't know it's a long mission beforehand, you're like, how much longer is this gonna fucking be? Alright, my score is 30650, as it should be for a mission that long. Woo! Nice! I didn't fuck up too much.
That was great. You truly are a skilled
Yeah.
surgeon.
Well, that's nice to hear, but I owe you for your support.
All my glory is in the distant past.
Naomi! Naomi! Don't do this to yourself! You stopped a fucking bomber! That's something!
Operation complete. It was close, but we saved the patient.
Dang it.
That face.
What in the world's going on?
We don't know enough yet. At this rate, we will
Oof.
fail.
Naomi's here.
Where are you going?
She gonna do something. She don't care about her life, but she care about other people's lives.
What? Then what are we supposed to do? All right, call me immediately if you learn anything. The CDC doesn't know what's going on. This is up to us.
Sounds familiar.
What
A
did
little
they
bit,
say?
maybe. I don't know.
They said it's under
Oof.
investigation. Useless
That's
jackasses.
worse. Naomi, I love you.
You've seen the confusion. I doubt the CDC's informed. We were only able to treat one patient taken here. It's likely the same at the other hospitals as
There
well.
you go.
That can't be.
In any case, we can't move until the CDC has results. I'm afraid the number of infected will
So
only
they have a
increase.
lack of doctors
We
and
have to tell
hospital
the
staff,
about
not
this emergency.
lack of supplies.
This area
It's
is
a
now
tank!
under review.
I don't remember a tank!
Everyone outside must promptly go
Oh
indoors.
god, remember curfews? Hey, 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 hey!
If you feel ill, hang a red cloth by
Well,
your
that's
window.
actually kind of a good idea. But hey, hey, you know what's
I repeat, even
you know
those
what's
who feel ill
stupid?
are not
You know
to
what's
leave their homes.
stupid? The fact that they didn't have a curfew for a freaking virus, but they do because of Black Lives Matter protests. Gah! Stupid! Stupid, stupid, stupid. So stupid, stupid, stupid. Karens. There. Done. There's my Black Lives Matter for the day, I guess. But, like, come on. It's fucking ridiculous. Alright, so, yeah. Going up for one. Chloe, Alyssa's little cat. So we'll do this one. And then I think I'll probably call it. And then next episode will be the last episode. Only 6 episodes of this. This game goes by pretty quick. It's a really good game, but it goes by fast. Like, you could easily finish it in a weekend. Easily. I think that's actually what I did. Or I finished it in like a week. I didn't skip my prom to finish this game, but I did not go to prom, and I used that time to finish this game. Let's just say that. I had other reasons. I had like a handball concert too, but I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna play Trauma Team this weekend because I freaking love it. So there you go. Alright, so then Demons and Death, we will skip. And then next episode we'll have Missing Girl, Friends, Carpet of Blue Death, we will skip. Despair, Drink, Time for Rejoicing, and then the last chapter is Twisted Rosalia. And then we have the 7th Doctor. And then, as you can see, there's all these little things that say extra. There's little extra scenes for each character. So we will do those as well. Alright. And then we'll probably check the medal list too. If you could see there, it said medal list. I definitely don't have them all. Some of them are pretty hard to
Black
get.
bruises are a sign of this disease.
I do have quite a
Upon
few though.
confirmation, tell a doctor and isolate the patient.
I'm working on getting the Naomi and the
Minimize contact to prevent nosocomial infection.
nosocomial infection.
Yes.
Picking that up. I'm working on getting the diagnosis and forensics ones. Oh, it's Alyssa.
You're Miss Alyssa, right?
Also, you see that dress? Hello, Nanako.
I'm the doctor here.
There have been many
What's that you have there?
like references between Alyssa Breslin in this game and Nanako Dojima from Persona 4.
You won't get
One
mad?
of many
No, of course not. I promise.
kind of character theming overlaps. So long cat is long. Look how long that cat is. He's long.
Her name's Chloe. She
Long cat is
hasn't
long.
been feeling well.
But yeah, so like just think about this as like
It seems she's
Yukiko helping Nanako out with a cat that she found or something. Like you can see it, right?
Alyssa.
Nani! Cutie. Aww, look at that
I'm sorry to
face.
bother you, Dr. Tachibana.
Alyssa's the cutest. Guys, when we get into those
that
forensics
Chloe?
missions, you are gonna feel things for
I'm
Alyssa.
looking at her. It appears she
Alright,
swallowed something.
a nosocomial infection is specifically one that was not present or incubating prior to the patients being admitted to the hospital, but occurring within 72 hours after admittance to the hospital.
Alyssa,
A
go back to your
bacterium
room.
named Clostridium
See you later, Tomoe.
difficile is now recognized as
Could
the
be a
chief cause of
bacteria. I'll take
nosocomial
a closer look
diarrhea
at
in the US and Europe.
I know how serious it is
Okay,
here.
so
Are you sure
basically
this is
it's something that they don't arrive
To
with.
ignore the small while fighting giants.
Drinking for honor!
Chloe
She
is
didn't say the
precious
path of
blood
honor,
to
but she
Alyssa.
still said honor. So you know what? It's getting to the point where we're just gonna drink and not sit for honor.
This is a great hospital.
Let's do it.
All right,
All right.
I'll assist you.
But yeah, so that's
I'd be glad
basically,
to accept your help, Dr.
that's
Kiyoshi.
one of the reasons why COVID patients
he's
were
fine this
kept
time.
apart from non-COVID patients, so the non-COVID patients wouldn't also get COVID. And that would be considered, I
The
guess, a
objective is to
nosocomial
extract a
infection.
foreign object.
I could be wrong. That's what I'm getting from it. 3-year-old cat.
Yes. Animals are much smaller than humans.
Yeah, this one is tricky just because we're operating on a cat. And this is not abnormal. I think in New Blood? Yeah, in New Blood you operate on a dog at one point.
Indeed, there are inflammations in Chloe's mouth.
So I think it's abnormal in real life, but this game? Nah.
There may be other problems. Let us proceed with caution.
Understood. Let's begin the operation.
You must seek what lies within. But yeah, one of the doctor's medals is completing this one in a certain amount of time, and I remember this one just being a pain in the butt, so I haven't bothered to get it yet.
We'll be extracting the foreign object that Chloe
What do you guys
swallowed.
think the foreign object is?
No problem. I'm more concerned about the signs of inflammation.
Indeed, we don't know what will happen, so let's proceed with caution as we operate.
Oh. That went fast. Maybe it's because the last time I used an endoscope it was for searching for people through rubble.
Could they have been caused by whatever she swallowed? In any case, we must treat them.
Come on. There we go. So you gotta be quick in this mission, but you also gotta be pretty precise.
The ulcer is gone. Now treating the rest of the affected areas.
We've treated everything around here. Let's move on to the next area.
Oh, yeah. There is a thing. What is that?
We found the foreign object.
Is that some
Is
kind
that a
of
bone?
In any case, please
It is. It will become important later. What is that?
A focus under the bone?
I was gonna say, is this her? I think this is her Rosalia music that's playing right now.
it's biofilm. It's secreted when microorganisms create colonies. But a colony inside a living organism? I've never heard of such a thing.
Considering the pathological change we saw earlier, this worries me. I'm going to retrieve the focus so we can send it in for a biopsy.
Alright, let's see if I remember how the hell to do this. Wait, what? Forceps it. That made no sense. Oh, fuck. There we go. Oh, that's right. And then this happens. Hey, remember Rosalia virus? There's this whole bruising thing? Yeah, now it's happening inside the body. Take that, fuckers!
There's no mistake. These are the same conditions as the infection that caused the quarantine.
Oh no, my kitty has the Rosalia virus!
Support me.
Yeah, so if I remember right, you just have to keep bursting that thing and treating the things that happen with it. You basically have to keep putting torture on this poor cat. And poor whoever else you operate that has this thing.
Has it calmed down? You're very skilled, Doctor.
Oh, never mind. Okay, you don't have to keep.
More affected areas?
Calm
You
down.
you have to like try to puncture it once to make it do this, but then it gets smaller. Yeah.
The discolored area has definitely gotten smaller. Keep treating them like you are now.
Understood. I'm continuing the treatment.
Syringe. Oh. Okay. This one is actually not nearly as bad as I remember it being. I guess I just get scared when I do this one. I don't know. So if that's the case, I might be able to doctor level this.
As we thought.
It depends on how quickly you have to do it.
This pathological change seems to be undone by treating
And it would definitely help to have a skip function on.
We can't let it go on. We must treat it.
It'll be rough, but there's no...
The discolored area has been reduced. Continuing the treatment.
I am gonna go back and retry that Maria mission. So maybe I'll retry this one too. That's not what I want. I want forceps.
The discolored area has been eradicated. We toughed it out.
What was that, though?
I don't know. It seems that massive numbers of affected areas form when the colony explodes.
Yes. How is Chloe's condition?
She hasn't stabilized yet. The same affected area must be elsewhere as well.
If so, then the other affected area is...
That's right. If we haven't found it by now, it must have reached the large intestine.
I'm going to begin searching the large intestine then. Doctor, please keep
Did
assisting.
she swallow two things and I forgot about it?
Now. Doctor, it appears that we haven't treated
soon.
all the affected areas here yet. Deal with all of them before we move on. Now, are you ready? Let's go.
Oh, they just put us straight there. Okay, cool. What? Oh.
There's so many affected areas.
There's no sign that the bone fragment's been excreted. It must still be here somewhere.
Let's proceed through the small intestine and treat whatever we find while looking for it.
Hey, Doctor, if you pull any more, the endoscope will fall out.
What? It thought I was trying to.
This area has been treated.
Oh god.
Proceed further.
There's some movement. This might be loose. This tiny cat body with movement for reasons. Yeah, this is why I don't redo these missions. Like, once it gets down to actually getting the thing, it's a lot easier.
How could there be so many inflammations occurring here?
Strange
reversing around.
Something very odd is happening here.
Which is basically the whole point of endoscopy! Yay!
We're done here. Let's keep moving.
More! Yay! Ugh. Yeah, if I do try to doctor metal this, I don't think it's gonna be on camera just because. I do want to see how close I
We've
am.
located affected areas. I'll begin treatment immediately.
It's turned into a tumor. We need to extract it.
Yes. Let's begin treating it.
See, like, stuff like that ain't okay. Thank you.
We've treated everything around here. Let's move on to the next area.
Thank you, Arrow. Oh, fuck. At least once you get through, like, those areas, you don't have to go back through those open and close, and they don't let you, which is nice, actually. Alright, here we go again.
There's affected areas here too. Could you please begin treating them?
Could you please? No, I'm just gonna let this cat die. After coming all this way. Very, very kind of you, Dr. Kimishima.
This area has been treated. Let's proceed further.
I should show you guys some of the, there's some pretty good trauma center interviews. Like with the voice actors, at least the female ones. I guess it's the fact that 2 of them are working on this one reminds me of it. So it's Stephanie Sheh, who's Tomoe, Amanda Winley, who's Maria, and Kirsten Potter, who is Naomi. Some good stuff. Ooh, that could have been bad. There's some interviews with game developers too, and they did stuff at like conventions and stuff.
We found the remaining
Like,
bone fragment.
Was it like E3, I think?
So
Okay,
there was another
Why
piece.
do
Treat the nearby
I
affected
only
areas,
remember
then
her
retrieve the
swallowing One
bone.
Piece? Especially since that becomes important with Naomi.
So there was a colony over here as well.
Pathological change that bursts on
I might
contact.
get these pieces
Are you
first.
ready for this?
Yes. Beginning treatment.
And that a bit. Not that much. Taking up too much time, raise the vitals, and here we go. Oh god. Really? It's inside the cavity? Fuck that. Hell. One more. Fuck that. I call bullcrap.
Great, keep at it. The discolored area is getting smaller.
The discolored area is...
It's turned into a tumor.
Again,
Extract
very
it first.
kind.
Of course. Let's treat all the affected areas we find.
Do the little ones first.
The excised area is hemorrhaging. Cauterize it to perform hemostasis. Hemostasis complete. Excellent. Please retrieve the excised tumor. The tumor has been...
The discolored area has disappeared. It seems no more affected areas are forming. We've retrieved the objects that Chloe swallowed. Let's treat the remaining affected areas. Operation...
Aw,
Tough
Chloe!
little cat.
Operation successful! Now let's see. Nice!
That was great. It's been a while
I
since
think I had
I've
an
seen
A on it
operation
before.
handled so perfectly. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Miss Kimishima. I hope Chloe gets well soon.
Huh. I don't doubt that, since you were the one who operated on her.
9477. Oh crap. I forgot to check the time. Let me see. Well, I know I started it around 2 o'clock, so it would have been about 15 minutes. Really? That long? I'm gonna want to check that. Okay. Dr. Meadows. Okay, so one of the medals is found all victims, which is the resolution. Found everybody through the rubble in under 2 minutes. Ooh, yeah, wow, I was nowhere close. Extracted all foreign objects from Chloe within 360 seconds, which is under 6 minutes. And it looked like I did closer to 15 minutes, so I was nowhere close on that. if I am correct on that.
Phew. Operation complete.
What are those bones for?
It's a human bone.
Human bone?
Yes. This has to be the cause of Chloe's pathological change. And those black bruises when the colonies ruptured.
Do you think it's tied to the cause of the quarantine?
I don't know. We'll need to
and by
investigate
we,
this.
I mean me and little guy.
Let's split. If I look into this bone, can you do a biopsy?
Oh,
Yes.
That's true.
I'll see what I can do.
People can do things! Alright. Yeah, I got rank up. Alright. So before I log off, I'm going to try to get that S on So Begins Death because I have done it before. And I am a better person, as you all know.
We're from...
Alright. I just gotta remember, those first 3 patients, can't do anything with them. Just gotta keep their vitals up, that's all you can do. Oh, crap. I feel like it was already second. Let me retry it just in case. Oh, let me... See, me being me! I have my cursor over here. And go. Damn it. A little second. Remember to have my cursor where it needs to be. What the fuck? I don't know, did you think it's a 1? I think it's her, because I'm like, supposed to fucking insane. What the fuck? try it right now just because of that. Ugh. Back up a little bit too. See if that'll help.
Hell?
Okay, yeah, I think it's all
anything like
this. Alright, ready? Go. Here we go. What the fuck? Y'all, I swear. I'm gonna be sad if I can't get this. I've done it before. Why you gotta do it in a zigzag pattern is beyond me. Come on, don't fuck this up. Fuck this one.
Damn it, vitals don't look good.
Blood transfusion, and we're on to the next one. What? Oh, fuck, I got it. Good, they're not gonna come. This fucking fuck fuck.
Damn it, vitals don't look good. Damn it, vitals don't look good. Damn it, vitals don't look good.
Alright, let's see. Crap, I just realized I had a... Yeah, I made the battle spell blue turn. Yeah. Alright. One more time now that I remembered that. I forgot! Couldn't let the vitals fall below 10. And I let them fall below 10 at the very end there. Let's try one more time. Apologies if I'm quiet, it's because I'm focused.
Hell?
Alright, ready, and
Like this.
go. basically, if I remember right, don't let anyone get to hanging then. Messaging me and operating. Nice. I got a miss. I hope that didn't fuck me up. And I felt like I went slower. Okay, I did get clean more than 10. Oh, missed less than 3. Okay. Convulsions occurred. Yeah. Come on. Yeah! Whoop whoop! 10, 1, 1, 7. 10, 11, 7. 1, 0, 1, 1, 7.
You did well, Maria. You were a big help out there.
Oh, okay, so this one does change.
As long as we save lives, that's all that matters.
Let's watch that head exploding scene again, just because.
Okay, I'll leave the rest to you.
I'm still so baffled by it.
Was that the last one? Hey, you. We're not sure if it's over, but the people are... Hey,
that music
what's
too. And boom! I will never get over that. And I'll skip the rest of it. I'll never get over it, yo. Alright. So, next episode, and I gotta remember to look up the intro for the thing for the Patient Zero chapter. Gotta remember, look that up. So we will be doing Missing Girl, Friends, Despair, Time for Rejoicing, and Twisted Rosalia. And we will be doing all of the extras. And we'll go into a little more detail with the doctor's medals. Oh! Yeah, I guess I did get some new ones. Thanks to Laser Cats was helping me out with that. But yeah, we'll go into a little more specifics on what all this is. Alright, y'all. So I will see you on the 23rd of June, where I will be 28. This is my last stream as a 27-year-old. Guess that's something. I don't know what that dance was. Alright, so I should be on tomorrow, just for a little bit, to stream some Animal Crossing birthdays, yays. Yeah. Not sure when, probably sometime in the morning. Stay tuned on all my social media and then you'll know. Alright, stay safe out there, sanitize, wear your mask, wear your goggles, stay indoors, do all that stuff. Alright, see you guys in the next one.